Well, in other news today, medical postgraduate aspirants in Maharashtra who had secured admission under the social and economic backward classes quota are on a protest for the last 7 days. The SEBC quota will not be applicable in post-graduation medical and dental courses for this year, as per Supreme Court orders. The protesting students fear that they may lose an academic year and claim to be victims of politics. Mirror Now's Apeksha Srivastav spoke to them.
जब तक हमें जस्टिस नहीं मिलेगा तब तक हम प्रोटेस्ट करेंगे। हमें हमारी और कुछ डिमांड नहीं है, हमारी बस यही डिमांड है कि हमें सीट्स मिले थे वही कंटिन्यू रहने चाहिए और ये बस गवर्नमेंट के ही हाथ में है, वो ऑर्डिनेंस पास करके ये कर सकते हैं। बस हमारी इतनी डिमांड है कि हमें हमारे सीट्स चाहिए। तो आप लोग यहाँ पे कितने दिन से? हम लोग आज 7th डे है मैम, आज 7वां दिन है, तब से हम लोग बैठ रहे हैं, लेकिन कुछ भी ऐसे मतलब कोई भी ऐसे ठोस निर्णय नहीं आ रहा है गवर्नमेंट से। बस ऐसे ही गोलमाल कर रही है गवर्नमेंट।
The government has not yet given us any single. We have just overheard through media, through y'all, that the government is going to take out the ordinance for us, but then we have no single assurance regarding that, or the thing that they are going to really pay our fees.
I had left my All India seat, I had left my AIMS seat, I had left my DNB seat, which was very good at that point of time, but I trusted the government and got into JJ. Now they are saying that we'll provide you admissions in private colleges and we'll pay your fees. Now I did not study whole of my life to get into a private college and work where the patient load is not good, where I can't study properly, I don't have good professors to teach me. I don't want to go in private colleges, so that is not an option which is given by the state government. And if they have given me an admission through SEBC quota, whichever quota it may be, they have passed a decision, they have given a decision, they have made orders and given me an admission, so it is their responsibility to keep that admission as it is. I'm not taking any other branch, any other field, any other college. I'm not compromising my seat this year, and I want the same college which I was admitted into. That is my demand to government.
Mirror Now's Apeksha Srivastav tracking the story for us. Apeksha, now there seems to be some serious amount of bungling in the way things were handled. First, the students were given these seats on the basis of the SEBC quota. Then when the time came for admissions, they are told that for this year, that quota is not applicable. That leaves them high and dry. Now, seriously, there has to be some answering on this. What is at stake for the students? Their fate seems to be hanging in the balance.
That's right, Afrida. In fact, the Maratha community forms about 35% of the state's population. And if you remember, there was widespread agitation across the state, demanding this reservation, which they finally received in November last year, 16% in government jobs as well as education institutions. But as far as the postgraduate medical admission is concerned, this year the SEBC quota is not applicable. Now, it's not as simple as that. Now, there are a lot of students, over 200 students, who had received admission under this 16% quota in best of the best colleges in the state and in the best of the best courses, which means that once they get into an ideal scenario in a post-graduation course, which means that the rest of their medical future is secure. Now that is the sense of security which now they are losing, and that's not it. We have seen how there are examples of a lot of students who've sold their farms back home so that they can take loans in order to fund their postgraduate education. And now that they've lost that seat, they don't know how to, and they're not sure whether they will be able to get admission in the open category, so they don't know how to pay that loan. And so here exactly they are in a fix. Now, while the state government, while the SEBC quota was scrapped by the Supreme Court, the state government clearly said that they will ask the center for extra seats to accommodate those kids who had got admission previously but now in the open category may not get. But it's not as simple to ask for more seats as it sounds, because there are a lot of logistics involved in terms of whether the particular hospital has those resources or not, whether they have enough number of doctors to teach those students, enough number of equipments or not, and we already know the state of our government hospital. So the seat matrix here that the state government is asking for is not going to be simple. simple, and this
Right.
is what even the students understand. So they say that it's a complete eyewash, and of course the way in which it was implemented, there's no doubt that the state government was in a complete hurry to implement this SEBC quota. Now, Afrida, it's important to note here that in the SEBC Act, there is one section, section 17(1), which says that in case of if any difficulty arises in implementing this particular act, then the state government can go out of its way and make sure that it is implemented, and this is valid for the next 2 years, and which is what the Maratha quota students are now demanding, that the government invoke this section 17(1) Act so that their admissions are in place and so that their futures are secure.
Right now, of course, the future of these students is unclear because the Maharashtra government, like you said, is clearly answerable. First, they promise a quota and then they fail to implement it. This is going to lead to a backlash. Thanks for joining us, Apeksha.